In this video, I'll show how to work twisted right-leaning and twisted left-leaning decreases. The decreases I'll show have just the top stitch of the decrease twisted and the stitch underneath is not twisted. First, the twisted right-leaning decrease, which is similar to a knit two together. Slip one stitch purlwise, slip a second stitch purlwise. So this second slip stitch here will be the top stitch of the decrease. So insert the left needle from right to left into that second slip stitch and slip the stitch back to the left needle. This twists the stitch. Slip the first stitch purlwise back to the left needle, and now knit the two stitches together. So the top stitch of the decrease is twisted with the left leg on top, and the stitch underneath is not twisted. Now the left-leaning decrease, which is similar to a slip-slip knit or SSK. Slip one stitch purlwise. This stitch here will be the top stitch of the decrease. Slip a second stitch knitwise. Now here is where you can do one of two ways to work these stitches together and you will end up with the same result. First, you can slip both stitches purlwise back to the left needle and knit the two stitches together through the back loop. So note here that when I insert the right needle into the back loops of the two stitches to knit them together, the left needle is in the front and the right needle is in the back. Keep this in mind for the second way I'll show you. Okay, now I'll knit the two stitches together. Okay, so now the second way. Slip one stitch purlwise. Again, this stitch here will be the top stitch of the decrease. Slip a second stitch knitwise. So insert the tip of the left needle into the fronts of these two stitches and knit them together. So before I actually knit them together, you can see that when I insert the left needle into the fronts, the right needle ends up in the back, which is the same as in the first way. This second method combines two steps of the first method into one, and whichever method you choose or are used to working, the result is the same. And either way, when the first stitch was slipped purlwise, this twisted the stitch. So the top stitch of the decrease is twisted with the left leg on top, and the stitch underneath is not twisted. Here's a variation of the twisted left-leaning decrease. This is similar to a slip one, knit one, pass slip stitch over, or SKP. Slip one stitch purlwise. This stitch here will be the top stitch of the decrease. Knit one, pass the slip stitch over the stitch just knit. Again, when the first stitch was slipped purlwise, this twisted the stitch. The top stitch of the decrease is twisted with the left leg on top, and the stitch underneath is not twisted. I hope you find these techniques helpful. Please give this video a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and check out my designs on Ravelry and Etsy. All the links are below. Thanks for watching and happy knitting!